Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Today I'm going to be driving my Tesla Model 3 running Hardware 3, running FSD version 14 Lite. Finally, guys. And this is going to be my third drive with it. And yeah, so we're in park, so we can start self-driving from a park position. And it's going to start going. There's no cars to our right, so it's going to be making this very awkward, very weird left turn to this intersection where we're going to need to be going right. So we are going to be trying out the parking segment at the end of the video, so be sure to stay tuned so you can see just how good version 14 Lite is at parking the car. And if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe, because I post videos like this one literally every single day. I've been posting version 12.6.4 for 2 months now. The channel is pretty new. I'm still pretty new to this, so if I suck at making video, guys, let me know what to improve on, and I'll try to be a little bit better for you guys, try to make the best videos I possibly can. So we're going to be making a right here. Version 14 Lite, I've noticed, is a little bit less hesitant, a little bit more confident. The last few videos I've been having a little bit of issues here and there, but I think it's just a rough time to drive in Toronto, I guess. Sorry, it's pretty hot, so I'm drinking my water. We should be able to go now. The car is choosing probably the safest time to make this right turn, which is nice. And it does make the right turn, and it makes it very smoothly, very comfortably. And now we're cruising down the road going around 60 kilometers an hour, which is really nice. Now the speed offset, the biggest difference that I've noted, and that's honestly kind of bothering me now, but it's not that bad, I'll get used to it, but is the right scroll being it used to be the max speed offset or whatever, or the max speed, but now it changes the speed profile. So now it's chill, standard, hurry, and I think there's sloth below. Yeah, sloth below chill. So now I usually keep it in chill and standard. I personally just like to go a little bit closer to the speed limit. I don't like to speed that often. And yeah, generally I kind of want to keep it as safe as I possibly can, and just energy efficient. And driving a little bit slower is a lot better for energy efficiency and stuff. But yeah, so if you want to drive a little bit faster, you can switch it to standard or hurry. If you want to drive a little bit slower, a little bit more cautiously, chill and sloth is probably your way to go. But so far, version 14 Lite feels a lot smoother, and I haven't noticed anything too crazy though. Stop signs are a lot better. I am still getting used to it. I'm still learning a bit. I'm still kind of figuring out exactly what was the difference between this one and version 12.6.4. I've been using 12.6.4 for about a year, and I've been making videos on it for about 2 months, so I feel like I kind of got used to it. I kind of knew how it worked, how it thought. So I'm trying to figure out if there's really much of a difference between this one and version 14 Lite, and whether or not version 14 Lite is a lot safer, a lot better, and make it more worth it to buy the subscription, make it more worth it to purchase an older Tesla. So we're kind of just driving 60 on this road very comfortably. The people usually drive a little bit faster, around 70, so I'm pretty comfortable going 63, not too bad. We are in chill mode. We'll keep it in standard for now, since a lot of you guys probably want to see the default configuration. And yeah, so far this drive has been pretty smooth, pretty nice. We're coming up to some traffic, a little bit over there, and yeah, we're gonna see how it could handle some high dense traffic situations. We're slowing down a bit, coming behind this CR-V. Very smooth braking, very smooth driving, perfectly centered in the lane here. And yeah, so far version 14 Lite, pretty nice, much better than our previous videos. The last 2 videos were pretty bad, but I think it was unfair. I think it was just, I guess, bad day. We all have our bad days, ups and downs, highs and lows. Version 14 Lite just released. I just installed it, so you know, I expect it to get a little bit better, maybe some tweaks. You know, it probably was really good for a few cars, and maybe going wide, they needed just a few things or something. I'm not too sure on how the software updates work and stuff like that, with regards to full self-driving and how they improve it. And if you guys own a older Tesla and have FSD 14 Lite, it'd be pretty cool to see what you guys think. You know, is version 14 Lite a lot better than 12.6.4? Has it made driving, you know, much safer for you? Just comment down that in the comments below. That'd be pretty cool to read what the general consensus is on version 14 Lite. You know, my opinion is just my opinion. I think I do drive a lot, so I guess you know, it's pretty important to me that version 14 Lite is safe and makes the drive a lot better instead of becoming its own problem, you know. But now the light has turned green, and we are accelerating very smoothly, staying a good distance behind the car in front of us. Pretty good, pretty good. We're going to be making it over to the left lane here shortly. Hopefully soon. I prefer earlier rather than later. Car is making a right here. FSD is switching lanes. Now we're going to be needing to get over once more. Gets over perfectly, no car there. Yellow G-Wagon, really nice. I've never seen a yellow G-Wagon. That's kind of interesting. Personally, I like the black G-Wagons. I think they look really cool. And yellow's pretty odd. But G-Wagon's a G-Wagon. We're going to see some emergency services here shortly. I think there's one coming. I'm not too sure. No, I think they turned. But yeah, now we're in the traffic part, and FSD's, you know, the biggest thing about FSD is that, you know, traffic is a lot easier, a lot more manageable, and a lot less boring and stressful, because you could just, you know, you can kind of just chill out, be in your car a bit. I did not know my heater was on to 26 degrees. That was pretty crazy. I was wondering why it was so hot. It was because my car was cooking me alive, goddamn. But now we're at 22 with the AC on. So if you guys hear some wind noise, I apologize. It's pretty hot outside, 28 degrees Celsius, and the sun is kind of burning me. Or not burning me, but like, you know, cooking me, I guess. Slow, smooth traffic driving. Probably one of the best things about these older Teslas, that they're still able to be used for situations like this. And this is you know, this is probably the most you know, annoying part of the drive, being in traffic. But we're accelerating, keeping a good distance behind this G-Wagon. Good smooth acceleration, good smooth driving. Slowing down. And since the cars are piled up in the intersection, the car stops. I'm not pressing the accelerator. If it looks like I'm pressing the accelerator, I'm sorry guys, it's just my seating position. I'll let you guys know if I'm pressing the accelerator, but it made it through that intersection very well without blocking the middle of the intersection. That was pretty good. And we're going to be making a left at this light, and then a quick turn into the parking lot, and then we're going to see if the car could park itself. That would be pretty cool if it does. If it doesn't, not too surprised, because in the last few videos, if you guys saw the auto park part, it didn't park that well in the parking lot. So hopefully in this one, we could see it park a little bit better, and maybe that's something that could change. Maybe that's something that could be adjusted. I'm not entirely sure. If you guys have version 14 Lite, comment down below what you guys think about the parking. Does it park well by itself? Because I'm not seeing much of good parking. Now we're gonna be hopefully getting into the left lane here, the left turn lane. Soon, maybe not soon. We're able to do the turn here since we have the dotted lines. Cars are already going over, so, Anytime now, FSD version 14 Lite. Anytime, please. It's still not going to the left turn lane. Usually it does. Usually the version 12.6.4, if you guys watched my previous videos, you guys would know that it does do this turn earlier. Like, if it's backed up, it would already be in that lane. So I don't understand why it's not trying to go into the left lane. We do this drive a lot, and 12.6.4 goes into the left lane here. So this is kind of weird how it's not even signaled. It's not even trying to turn. It's not even trying to turn. And like, now the cars are kind of backed up, so it's now or never. And honestly, I'm just gonna say this is a fail for this left turn here, because cars are coming more, and I kind of just want to get to where I need to go kind of on time. Last video, it kind of ruined my whole commute because it didn't want to correct itself, but I'm correcting the car right now. So we're going to be going right at this intersection here, and hopefully we're going to see a good parking job. Just, something pretty good. Yeah, so we're getting into this plaza here, and it's looking for a spot. And ooh, that was kind of good. We could see with the thing there. That was pretty good. And if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. I post videos like this one all the time, so if you guys want to watch some version 14 Lite content, if you guys want to see how full self-driving progresses and just how much better it gets at over time with the new updates, maybe if this is the last update for hardware 3, then we're probably cooked. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. I love you guys. You guys have been showing a lot of love. Let's try getting this video to 50 likes, and comment down below what you guys think, how you guys think FSD did, how you guys think version 14 Lite did, and see you guys.